Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This is your host Key Talk. Check it out, man. Hey, if you listen to my voice right now, make sure you hit that like button for me. Anyway, so it's a lot going on inside the media right now. It looks like Lil Tim partner, obviously Quando Rondo's affiliate. His name goes by the name of WAP. He got a song with Lil Tim, actually. He pretty much came out and is trolling. Obviously, y'all should know who. Lil Durk's right-hand man, OTF Doodie Lo, who actually got shot inside of Atlanta. Don't know why he was inside of Atlanta, where he was actually at on MLK, or why he was there. Actually, a lot of people in Atlanta is like, what in the blue hell is he on MLK at this time? Either way it goes, like I say, Lil Tim partner, which is obviously Quando Rondo's partner, came out and was trolling real bad. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what Buddy had to say. So he came out and he said, "Ass shaking time." A lot of people was rolling and laughing at that. Now we take it over to the comment section. Read a couple of comments, then we'll get to the next topic for today. The first comment says, "I remember the good old days when you would be shamed for running to the internet about street stuff. Ah, what a time!" Now, ever since the internet done came about, people been going to the internet. Well, internet and YouTube and stuff like that came about. Before it was like YouTubes and Instagrams and all that. Maybe people didn't come out, but since this done came like this, there's always been people going on and talking their noise, you know what I'm talking about? But it was a time where there was no internet and all that stuff like that, so they weren't able to do it. Anyways, next comment says, I hope his leg all right. And a lot of people laughing. Of course, laugh miles. This old police, he shouldn't have said nothing. Listen, bro, we done learned to these days, it don't matter. People gonna do whatever they gonna do. Even if they ain't have nothing to do with it. Now 12 looking at them. I mean, they already was, I'm sure. But this is more. Got shot, know what that talking about. Dirk needs to slide for his boy Doodie Lo. Slide for Doodie Lo is now. You know that slide for Vaughn is what got Dirk in a position that he's in right now. And now y'all talking about slide for Vaughn. Anyways, now aside from all that's going on with Doodie Lo, hopefully Buddy's able to make a full recovery. So news broke about Megan Thee Stallion, not just Megan Thee Stallion, her lawyer Kelsey, you know, the girl that a lot of people were saying like, dang, I think Kelsey may have actually shot her. Well, some breaking news has came out. But before we get to that, Mo3's cousin is literally riding around Oak Cliff right now. And y'all can imagine who he's hoping to run into while he's inside of Oak Cliff, pretty much riding around. Let me play this video for y'all. And I got this off of Dallas Lopez. Shout out to them. And here goes, this is Mo3 cousin, like I said. He's just riding around looking for trouble inside of Oak Cliff. Here it goes.
People go summer, man. I bet the ops gonna stop on 4 lane to get some gas. I bet the ops gonna stop on 4 lane to get some gas. Yeah, man. I'm about to do, man. I bet the ops gonna stop on 4 lane to come get some gas. I bet they won't. I bet the ops gonna stop on the lane. People go summer, man. They changed the whole shop. I know Cliff on saying in my daddy's shop. I'm saying with Sean, I ain't scared of nothing. Look. Really, we rap about it. Hey, ooh, RP gonna say, I remember that bit. Ooh, we had some fun at that shop. I still ain't gone. Let's do a pop up in your Op Hood challenge. Pop up in your Op Hood challenge, man. Let's see what's going on. Let's make a way. Pop up in your Op Hood challenge. RP gonna summer, man. I bet the ops gonna stop on.
Anyways, listen, they always say you keep campaigning, you're gonna get what you want. They also say a lot of things. I forgot the other thing I was about to say. I ain't gonna cap with y'all. I had it in my head, but I forgot what it was, so I can't even remember. But either way it goes, listen. Of course, Mo3 people still want some get back for what was done to Mo3, especially seeing the fact that Yellow Beezy has now been arrested for the murder of Mo3. So you can imagine that his kinfolks, his cousin, who else? HSM Ledoux, that's who that is. It's still trying to get some type of whether it's fighting, shooting, I don't know. But either way it goes, he is riding around Oak Cliff right now. But let's take it to the comment section, see what y'all had to say. I wish more people would appreciate the life and freedom on Juice. Ain't nobody at the zoo. I wonder how much money was made during these videos. Genius. I thought he said he didn't have no beef and done crashing out for 3. Okay, yes, he did come out on a video or on a writing and said that, hey, he was done doing any type of crashing out for 3 and there was no beef at all. Obviously, that was a joke. Probably wasn't a joke at the time. Maybe that's how he was feeling. But as you can see in this video right here, you can still tell how he feeling, right? You will find out. So some people tell him he probably should leave. Nigga at the zoo. Hell nah. Nigga went to the zoo. Yeah, he's saying nobody ain't at the zoo. I get they saying you need to go to the real deal stomping grounds inside the hood if you really want something to happen. Anyway, so hey, hopefully they able to get over that. Well, not get over it, but y'all know what I mean. Hopefully they able to. Hopefully nobody dies, nobody gets hurt, nobody, you know what I'm talking about, even though it is disrespect that's happening, and we do know how it goes typically when people getting disrespected, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, now last but not least, it looks like the security guard for Megan Thee Stallion, well, really it was for Kelsey. So the night that Tory Lanez allegedly shot Megan Thee Stallion, I said allegedly because the majority of people don't believe Tory Lanez did it, especially after what y'all about to hear. So the night of the shooting, remember, it was Tory Lanez. It was a bodyguard. Now, that bodyguard was Kelsey's bodyguard, right? And, of course, Megan Thee Stallion. Well, the bodyguard is now coming out, and he spoke with a specific advocacy group out in California, and he pretty much is now coming out, letting it be known that Tory Lanez is not the one that actually shot Megan Thee Stallion. The person that shot Megan Thee Stallion was actually Kelsey. So I'm going to let y'all hear what that advocacy group had to say, even though I think this might be too late because he already convicted. I don't know if they can go back and change it and let him free and all this other stuff. But I do want y'all to hear what the bodyguard actually came out and is now saying. And it's going to be a whole lot more heat on Megan Thee Stallion. Also, since the bodyguard is now saying this, a lot of people is believing that specific certain people sent that hit on Tory Lanez to try to get him killed because they knew that this information was about to come out. So y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. I mean, I'm just here to report the news. But anyways, here it goes. Get it swapped over there, though, for you. Hold on, I'm going to turn it up. I want y'all to be able to see that there.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2.
Now, just imagine, I'm going to play the rest of it. Just imagine Tory Lanez had literally got killed and then this information came out. Luckily, Tory Lanez is still alive. So therefore, maybe there's something they can do to try to get him out. But either way it goes, this information right here definitely would have helped Tory Lanez a whole lot during the trial.
In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Ms. Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson. In essence, Mr. Unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Ms. Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense? So unknown DNA was found on the gun.
So obviously, it was a whole lot of holes, a whole lot of speculation within this entire case. Tory Lanez stood on his 10 toes the whole time, just like he stood on his 10 toes in jail all the way up to the point to where he was stabbed. Nobody knows why he was stabbed. Of course, people, like I say, with this information y'all just learned, a lot of people coming out now and they're like, no, this got a particular person and group name written all over it. And I ain't about to say that name because they don't play. They get lawyers. They do all type of stuff. You know, I'm talking about, even though I don't care. I'm just like, I have no, you know, some you can sue. But either way it goes, let's just, you know, how do y'all feel about this, though? Do y'all think, is there any type of potential way that they can try to get Tory Lanez out of jail now that this new information has actually came? It got to be some type of way that something that can be done, right? But all I do know is I'm looking forward to see what post Megan Thee Stallion has coming up after this, because even people that was on her side after hearing this, they kind of switching up on her right now and kind of like in limbo. See what I'm saying? Of course, everybody want to protect the person that was actually shot, but they also don't want the person that didn't do the shooting to have to do the time. And then on top of that, the person that actually didn't do the shooting that's actually doing the time, allegedly didn't do the shooting that's actually doing the time, you know, just got stabbed up 14 times, almost killed and died. Nobody knows who did the hit. Nobody know why it actually happened. Now people just having their own ideas, piecing stuff together. But either way it goes, I definitely want to get these videos out here to y'all. Let me know something coming out below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.